Hi, Nikki. I'm NikkiHaddock.com and Back to Basics, and today we're continuing in our series on Instant Pot cooking. We're going to make a lasagna today, and we're going to use our meat sauce that we did in a previous segment as our base. You can reference that recipe in the description below. There will be a link. And so normally when I make lasagna, I'm making a huge roasting pan size lasagna that takes me 3 or 4 hours that I end up freezing for later use. So in the Instant Pot, it's going to be a smaller portion, but it's going to take us less than an hour to make. So if I can choose to have a fresh lasagna that's in a smaller portion, but takes me less time, then it's something that we're going to enjoy fresh more often than having it pulling it out of the freezer. Okay, so let's head over to the kitchen. So we're here in the kitchen and we've got all of our ingredients for our lasagna. So one of our first steps is going to be to put together our ricotta layer. So we're going to do that first. We've got our meat sauce over here. We're going to make our ricotta layer, and then we've got our shredded cheese and our noodles. So we've got our ricotta cheese in here, and we're going to add 1 egg just beaten. And we're going to add a teaspoon of Italian seasoning and some salt and pepper to taste. And we're just going to mix that up. And then what we're going to do is you want to use oven ready lasagna noodles, which is over here. You need 8 of them. And we're going to break those up into smaller pieces so that they fit in our springform pan better. Good, that's ready to go. Now we're ready to assemble our lasagna. So I've got a springform pan, a 7 to 8 inch springform pan. It works the best. And I've lined it with parchment paper. You can see I've made some around the edge and there's some on the bottom there. So now we've broken up our noodles and we're going to lay them in the bottom first. So you're not going to have like a traditional long lasagna where you have the long strings of noodles. You're going to have just pieces layered. It doesn't have to be perfect, just cover most of the space in the bottom of the pan. So we've covered the bottom with our broken lasagna noodles, and now we're going to add a layer of our sauce. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you sort of fill in all the spaces. And once you've added that layer, you're going to add a layer of the ricotta mixture. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just a thin layer of this one. A little bit more there. Once you've got that on there, I'm going to add a layer of the cheese, shredded cheese. We're just using an Italiano mixture. It's got Parmesan, mozzarella, and Asiago in it. And once we've done that, we're going to add in another layer of noodles. So another layer of noodles, sauce, ricotta mixture, shredded cheese. You're going to do that 2 more times. So our lasagna is ready. All the layers are done in our springform pan, and now we're going to wrap it in tin foil before we put it into the Instant Pot. Great, we're ready to go. So we've put our lasagna in the springform pan on the trivet, and we're just going to drop that right into the Instant Pot. And then we're going to put the lid on first. Always helps. pressure cook for 24 minutes on high pressure. And we're going to make sure that this is turned to seal. And then we'll come back and check on that. Our Instant Pot is done its pressure cook portion, so now we're just waiting for it to naturally decompress, so we'll give it 10 minutes. Okay, so it's finished its decompression stage, and now we're just going to switch the valve to release, just in case there's any extra pressure in there. And it's good, so we should be able to take the lid off. Stand it up. And then we'll pop the trivet and the lasagna out. So here's our lasagna in our springform pan. And now all we want to do is just put it underneath the broiler in the oven. We're using a toaster oven in this case, for a few minutes just to brown the cheese on the top and give it that nice baked look. Okay, so it looks like our top of our cheese is all nice and brown. Let's take a look. Grab it so that the bottom doesn't fall out. That looks beautiful. As you can see, our Instant Pot lasagna was quick and easy to do. It turned out beautifully. If you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for upcoming segments.